Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to jump right into things today because we are covering one of the most absolutely fascinating periods of human development, and that's the second trimester of pregnancy. Spanning from week 13 all the way through week 27, this is a time of just incredible transformation for both mother and baby. If you want to understand exactly what happens beneath the surface during these pivotal weeks, you are in the exact right place.
You hear this phrase all the time, right? The honeymoon phase. But, is it actually true? Well, for a lot of expectant mothers, crossing that threshold into week 13 brings a massive sigh of relief. We're going to look at the data and the biological changes that give this trimester its glowing reputation, while also validating some of the very real and honestly, sometimes bizarre symptoms that can pop up along the way.
Think back to the first trimester. It's usually defined by constant nausea, those crazy food aversions, and just bone-deep exhaustion. But as you cross into the second trimester, your hormones actually begin to level out a bit. Your appetite typically returns, and that suffocating fatigue often lifts, giving way to a returning surge of energy. Plus, you're finally starting to show, but you aren't so big yet that it's a huge struggle to get around.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be covering fetal growth and milestones, managing second trimester symptoms, diet and safe exercises, navigating your emotional health, and finally, essential medical checkups. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Fetal growth and milestones. Over these weeks, your baby literally goes from the size of an apple to a full head of cauliflower. At week 14, the baby is about 3.5 inches long, basically an apple. Fast forward to week 19, they've grown to the size of a mango. And this is right around the time many mothers first feel those little flutters of movement. By week 24, they're the size of a cantaloupe, which is a massive medical milestone because this is considered the age of viability. That means the baby could potentially survive outside the womb with specialized medical care. And finally, by week 27, they've plumped up to the size of a cauliflower, weighing around 2 pounds.
But hey, it's not just about getting bigger, right? It's about what the baby is actually doing in there. Your baby is remarkably active. They're sensing light through closed eyelids. They're swallowing amniotic fluid, which I know sounds totally strange, but it's essential for developing their lungs and digestive tract. They also grow this fine layer of peach fuzz hair called lanugo to help regulate their body temperature. And incredibly, by about week 20, they can hear sounds. They hear your heartbeat, your stomach grumbling, and yes, your voice. Studies show their heart rate actually increases when they hear their mother speak. This is where your bond truly begins to take root.
Section 2. Managing second trimester symptoms.
Get this. During your second trimester, your maternal blood volume increases by almost 50%. Your body is literally working on overdrive to supply the baby with oxygen and nutrients. Because of this massive fluid shift, you absolutely must drink plenty of water. Staying hydrated prevents dizziness, reduces swelling, which is also known as pregnancy edema, and it even helps maintain healthy amniotic fluid levels for the baby.
Now, all that extra blood and those hormones, they can cause some pretty bizarre day-to-day side effects. Take pregnancy rhinitis, for example. Up to 40% of women get a chronically stuffy nose because estrogen actually swells the mucous membranes. A warm shower or some saline drops are going to be your best remedies here. Next up, round ligament pain. As your uterus grows, the ligaments supporting it stretch like rubber bands, and that causes sharp pains. A heating pad on your lower back, never on your belly though, can offer some great relief. Bleeding gums are another surprise. Increased blood flow and hormones just make gums super sensitive, so keeping up with dentist visits is absolutely vital. Finally, as your belly pops, your center of gravity shifts forward. Ditch the heels, ladies. Slip-on, supportive flat shoes will literally save you from taking a dangerous tumble.
Section 3. Diet and safe exercises.
So, we've all heard the old saying that a pregnant woman is eating for two. Well, let's officially bust that myth right now. You do not need double the calories. In the second trimester, you generally only need about 350, let's just call it around 300 extra calories a day. To put that into perspective, that is just one extra piece of fruit and a cup of yogurt, or roughly 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. The whole focus should really be on nutrient-dense foods, not just doubling your portions.
When it comes to movement, staying active is fantastic for combating aches and just improving your sleep overall. Safe exercises include swimming, which, by the way, feels amazing because it relieves the heavy weight of your belly, prenatal yoga, and walking. But there are strict guidelines on what to avoid for sure. High-impact sports and scuba diving are totally off the table. You should avoid any exercises with twisting poses that compress the abdomen. And very importantly, avoid exercises where you are lying flat on your back.
And you know this rule about not lying flat on your back? It actually extends to how you sleep. I found the reason for this next part so fascinating. As your uterus grows, lying flat forces the weight of the baby right onto your inferior vena cava, which is a major blood vessel. This can drop your blood pressure and restrict blood flow to the baby. So, step 1, turn to sleep on your left side. Left is best for optimal circulation. Step 2, tuck a pregnancy pillow firmly behind your back to keep you from rolling over. And step 3, place a pillow between your knees. A hormone called relaxin is loosening up your pelvic joints right now, so a knee pillow keeps your hips aligned and really takes the pressure off your lower back.
Section 4. Navigating your emotional health.
It is absolutely vital to recognize that up to 23% of women struggle with prenatal depression. We talk a lot about postpartum depression, right? But prenatal depression is incredibly common and it's just rarely discussed. You're dealing with massive hormonal surges, bodily changes, and a major life transition. If you're feeling prolonged sadness, anxiety, or having difficulty concentrating, please know it's biological, it's totally normal, and seeking help from your doctor or midwife is the strongest thing you can do.
Beyond depression, the whole emotional landscape right now is just wild. You might be experiencing incredibly vivid dreams or even nightmares. This is often just your brain processing anxiety about the future while bathing in a total cocktail of hormones. You might also be navigating baby brain, which is a real physiological forgetfulness. Be kind to yourself and maybe set some reminders. Interestingly, because of increased blood flow to the pelvic region, a lot of women experience a surging libido during this time. Lastly, use this second trimester energy to sit down and discuss postpartum expectations with your partner. Who is doing the night feeds? What are your views on sleep training? Having these conversations right now, while you actually feel good, is a complete game changer.
Section 5. Essential medical checkups.
The main event of the second trimester is for sure the 20-week anatomy scan. It's this incredible ultrasound where you get a really detailed look at your baby. But preparation is key here. Step 1, arrive with a very full bladder. Doing this actually pushes the uterus up into your pelvis, which gives the ultrasound tech a much clearer window to see the baby. Step 2, prepare for a pretty long appointment. This scan takes anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes because step 3, the sonographer is meticulously checking all the vital organs. We're talking the 4 chambers of the heart, the kidneys, the brain, the spine, and measuring bones. This is also when you can find out the sex of the baby, if you choose to.
Beyond that anatomy scan, your doctor is going to recommend a few other vital protections. Around weeks 24 to 26, you'll undergo a glucose screening. You drink this sweet liquid and get your blood drawn to check for gestational diabetes. Basically, just ensuring your pancreas is handling sugar correctly. Now, because your immune system is naturally suppressed during pregnancy, so your body doesn't reject the baby, getting a flu shot is highly recommended. You'll also likely receive the Tdap vaccination, which protects against tetanus, diphtheria, and whooping cough. This is awesome because it passes those crucial antibodies directly to your baby before they're even born.
So, we've covered the tremendous growth, the wild symptoms, and all those critical health steps of the second trimester. But let's look at this final question. As we learned earlier, your baby's ears are developed. They are literally in there right now, listening to the rhythm of your heartbeat and the sound of your voice. The connection has already begun. So my question for you to take away today is, what will be the first story you tell them? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you as you navigate the remarkable journey of the second trimester.